So Donald Trump believes that people with Ebola should be banned from coming to the U.S., and flights from West Africa should be stopped to prevent an Ebola outbreak in the U.S. And he's not alone. Ebola is scary, no doubt about it, but Dr. Trump and his friends are committing a science crime. And here's why. Remember SARS or H1N1 or even the 1918 Spanish flu? Those are airborne viruses, the kind that can be spread by a cough or a sneeze, just like a cold or flu. Hang out in a room with a sick person and you've got a pretty good chance of getting sick yourself. And put a lot of people on an airplane and you have a real chance for a global pandemic. But Ebola? That one's spread by bodily fluids, which is why the disease is most often contracted by people caring for Ebola patients or their family members, or very often by people preparing bodies for burial. And most of those cases are contracted in parts of the world where there are few modern hospitals or containment facilities. And there are other reasons not to panic over Ebola. HIV is a body fluids virus too, but its incubation period can be months or even years before carriers know they're infected. In the case of Ebola, the incubation period is just 2 to 21 days, so there's a much smaller chance for accidental transmission. So why all the panic? Well, partly because the Ebola virus is so lethal, with up to a 90% death rate, and partly because the nature of the death it causes is so ugly. But it's also because of carnival barkers like the Donald, who are doing us all a disservice. For a guy who's most famous for a reality show, he's certainly trafficking in a whole lot of unreality.